What up, rad potential YouTubers? We are out here playing with cars and stuff like normal. If you recall in the last video, which I put up a couple days ago, we got this baby out. REW from the yellow car. Earlier this evening I spent some time cleaning up this. Looks pretty fresh now. Cleaning that up, cleaning the top of this off, clean the alternator, clean the turbo. Jeez. So, got it cleaned up better than it was. I still got to flip it over, replace the oil pan gasket, but that's not what we're working on tonight. So, if you remember Death Trap, red turbo version. Well, I had a computer loaded up, swapped the tune out to the old one a couple of days ago. I don't know. I was fiddling with it while my friends were here, and it won't start. It did run, and then after I had it warmed up, I shut the car off, swapped, god dang, hiccups, swapped the tune to the old one, shut it off, turned it back on, it fired up, idled for maybe, I don't know, 30 seconds, and I mean it started right up, and then once it decided to shut off, it died. I don't know why I'm walking away because you can't see me, but it died, wouldn't start, still getting spark, but it's pretty weak. It backfired really bad, which was not too good about Def and Justin, which was actually pretty funny. But luckily he can still hear. Anyways, so I'm going to do now, I think it fouled the plugs. I'm going to swap the plugs out, hook the computer up to it. We're going to see if it'll start. Alright, so old plugs are out. This is the new one. Or well, cleaned. Looks pretty rough in there. Ugh. Getting a ton of fuel, which is good, or was. Also, I want to show you all this. So, some rotaries, tech tip of the video, some rotary engines on the housings have a raised edge about them. You can see this one. It has this raised edge right here. Old school plugs, so some of the older NGKs have the 3-prong on a, like on a 12A. The part that you put your socket on sits closer to the threads than on a newer plug, so you can see the distance here between the thread and the hex part. On an older plug, it's much closer, so your hex part would be like, the hex part would be down here. And oh my god. And whenever they're like that, you can't get a regular socket on there because it doesn't fit. So you take a socket, put it in a lathe, turn it down real thin, or you can use a grinder. But I used a lathe because I had access to one. And then now it'll always fit, even when they're old school. The later model 12As that have the big knurling spot on them. I don't think you can see it up there. Maybe you can. See how short those plugs are to the engine? Well, when they sit down in the ridge like that, you grab the flash. Alright, so see how short these plugs are to the engine? See how short these plugs are to the housing? They sit super close, so if this plug was in this hole, you wouldn't be able to reach it with a regular spark plug. Socket, because it sits too deep. So that's just kind of the older style stuff, and that's why my socket has and that's why my socket is turned down on the end. These hiccups are killing me. So anyways, put this other one in, crank this thing up. In the car, plugs are in, wires are hooked up, key on. Let's see what she does. Oh, baby! Fired. Ugh! Fired right up. Look at that. Alright, so that is really bright. So anyways, that's a win. I'm gonna let this baby warm up, and I'll show you guys how DOS works, because DOS is super funky and super cool, and we'll show you how to tune this old Haltech. It's pretty fun. car's running, warming up ish. It's kind of settling in. I got my instructions here and the computer here, so we're gonna load the D directory. DOS is on this little flash drive, but you can't really see it. But so the operating system for this computer is on that flash drive. So we got the D directory up. Now we need dir, pulls up the directory. If you notice down here, oh my gosh, you notice down here it says HAL, stands for Haltech. So we'll consult this, make sure we're right there. Then we go CD space HAL. Changes the directory to HAL, or at least that's what it's searching for, Haltech. And then we go to God dang, dir again, enter. And that pulls up all the Haltech files on here. Now you need the execute file. These are tunes. So this right here, E6KV634. Enter. Boom. We got oh my gosh, we got Haltech pulled up. So I got the wire pulled from the glove box. I want to be online mode, so we're gonna hit yes. Loading system information from Haltech. Oh my gosh, from Haltech. Boom. It's loaded. Now, we're gonna go up here. To get into the menu, you have to hit Alt. It's DOS stuff. Alt F. File. We're gonna load maps. So, right now, I don't really know what should be. I think it's EHDTO2 is what's in it now. EHDTO1 is the tune that doesn't have all the fuel in it. So, we're gonna open that one. Continue, yes or no? Yes, please wait. Now it's gonna load the map. Once it gets loaded, so once it's on, shut the car off, turn it back, oh my gosh, turn it back on, and then it should be in the tune, and then we'll go for a little rip. Once this is up though, I'll give you a little tutorial of the E6K nastiness. So this is way more simple than your modern like Mega Squirt, Haltech tuning software. Heck, even like my Artec that I'm running the vert on is not even as rudimentary as this. So DOS based, old school Haltech E6K works good enough. It's set up for a rotary so we can run leading and trailing, and they're cheap. You can pick them up for $400, $300. It'll run stock turbo stuff all day long. You don't really want to push big power because there's not a lot of safety features, but I mean, it does alright. Alright, looks like we're tuned. So, some parameters loaded means you gotta shut it off to reset the ECU. So we're gonna hit enter again. Now I'm gonna show you the fuel map. So we're gonna go to Alt M and then fuel map X. So right now this is 0 RPM. Boom. You can see the boost coming up. Right here is our 10-pound mark, so that's where the wall's at. Now if I swap, you have to hit function 4 to go to 4,000 RPM. So this is the 4,000 RPM fuel map right here. So we have vacuum across the bottom, milliseconds of injector pulse on the left. So you can see now it's running, so the idle's up a little bit. It's pulling 15.5 pounds of manifold pressure, whatever you see. So we're gonna go find 1200. So it'll be, I believe it's Control F1. Nope, Alt F1. So Alt F1 pulls me to the 1500 RPM map. You can see the red dot. So this is where it's flashing between this spot, and then if I go to F1, you'll see it on there, 1000. So what it's doing is interpolating between this fuel setting and then also the 1500 map setting to basically find the fuel that it's using. So now the wall starts at 10 pounds basically down here. At 6,000 RPM, it's up to 15. You can see the fuel ramping up. So now that we have this tune in it, I'm gonna shut the car off, turn it back on, and then we will we'll see what it does. Rock on. Pumped. Alright, so we're in the car, idling good AFRs, pulling good vacuum. Good water temps coming up. Oil pressure is just about right. Oil temps coming up. All the gauges are working. I got the laptop sitting here, but it's probably gonna die in 5 seconds because it's old. We're gonna creep down the driveway and go do some pulls. Catch you in a sec. All right, so right here in the car, I'm gonna try to hold this camera up here and do maybe second gear, but I'll have to just get out of it right away because I won't be able to shift. So you're gonna see boost go up and you're gonna see the AFR stay good. Look at that. Probably closer to 15 pounds of boost. And AFR stayed right in the 10s, so we are money. We're making fuel pressure, we're making boost, getting stuff done. Hell yeah. Winning. Phew. So out here, doing some data logging, danger to manifold. Is he gonna come apart on us? Good. I think we made 15 pounds of boost on that one. Alright, so boost pressure. Let's see how much we made. I don't think this tells me a maximum, so we just have to scroll through it. Hopefully no cars come. Oh, we should start seeing a rise in RPM. Boom, 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 boom. Oh man! We're making some boost. Oh, we had a little bit of a cut. Oh, that's where I let off. So right here, I've been pulled a 4900, which is hard to do because I'm by myself and filming and all sorts of stuff. So good enough in third. We made 15.5 pounds right there. I could have swore I saw a 16 in here. Oh yeah, 16.3 at 4400. So that's pretty decent boost for a stock Series 4 turbo, which generally these turbos, when you start pushing boost, they have a really tiny wastegate, so it'll start spiking and you'll hurt stuff. But with this wastegate spring set up and everything, if we can only make 16 pounds, that's pretty good. So I'm gonna drive this thing back up to the house, hopefully not crash it with all this boost we're making, and we'll see it back up the house. Yo, we're back. Ran fantastic. Stoked that it's actually running good now. Just need to do some street tuning on it, pull a little more fuel out, get better fuel economy, maybe throw some more timing at it if we really want to get hectic. But Death Trap's back to being rad, back to being cool and making fun boost noises. Death Trap's done. Thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Y'all are awesome. Keep it rad. We'll see you on the flip side.